Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Yeah, Kylian Mbappe. There's nothing more frightening for a defender when he's running at you at full speed. He gets into his stride so quickly.
He's tried one! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Al Nassr with the corner, there first. Paz with the short one. Shapes to shoot! Goal! Oh, high quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Number 15.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Paz, looking for options for movement. Perez. And here's the chance to counter. And this is Del Piero. Oh, he's burst through. And that pass just didn't quite work.
Del Piero really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving.
Oh, shooting! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. It's Perez!
Perez really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
And it's Zaire Emery. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Just more than 15 minutes till half-time. Oh, delightful ball. And he's... And the finish! He is desperate to get on the score sheet, but not this time.
Barcelona really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, what has happened here? Now it's Del Piero. Shot a goal! That's another chance! Goal! They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, that's not the best attempt by the keeper, and he's just paid the ultimate price, hasn't he?
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Owen is firing after that one. Zaire Emery. And he's in on goal! So nearly the perfect ball. Paz.
2 added minutes has been
Zaire
indicated.
Emery. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And this is Del Piero. Knocks it into space. And this is Del Piero. He's having a shot! Good effort, and it is right on half-time. It's been quite a roller coaster ride here, right up until the final seconds. An intriguing watch.
Hello, attendees.
How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far. So it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
Substitution.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. The second half then, just getting going.
Barcelona are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Rodri. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That has not gone well. Strong challenge, that could leave a mark. Threads one in, and he's made sure that's not getting through. That's a lovely, neat pass. Owen is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Now it's Bergkamp. And this is Owen. It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Mateus, very much a man of... Owen! Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Owen is offering a wry smile there.
It's their second corner of the game. Up he goes! Now that has hit a defender. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Tchouaméni. DiMarco. Mateus. Played out wide. Del Piero. Now it's Owen. It's Bergkamp! Goal! Barcelona! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
That was magnificent. The way he cut it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
And this is Bergkamp. Spread out to the left. Bergkamp. Bergkamp! And that would have been game, set and match.
Bergkamp really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
Perez. Now there's a decent chance!
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Out to the left it goes. Very much into the last knockings.
Al Nassr really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
There will be 1 minute
Now it's
added
Owen.
time.
1 minute to add according to the board. Mbappe. Can he get it through? And there goes the final whistle. So the winners bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having none of that. Bergkamp voted man of the match and deservedly so.
Please take some time out to give your support.
What a
to our
turnaround
stadium.
victory. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. The action has already started. Well, here is one of the undoubted golden boys of Spanish football, the man from Madrid, the one they call El Niño.
Fernando Torres, absolutely one of the best finishers around. So strong, so quick. I'm expecting them to sit deep to try and nullify his pace here, but even then, it's going to be tough to defend against him.
And here's Haaland. Koundé cuts out the pass. Ronaldinho. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. And this is Lewandowski. And this is having a shot! He's missed, but not by that far.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Now this could be a chance. Ronaldinho going face-to-face with his great rival. Barcelona yet to have an attempt on goal. Fernando Torres. And it's Zaire Emery. Oh, and he shoots! Danger averted for now. Now that looks a decent ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Ronaldinho, a true great in every sense of the word. Al Nassr looking to get their possession game going here.
Yeah, it can be very stylish and expansive to watch if they get it to the standard we know they can. But what's key is the number of ballers in the team. As long as they don't...
And the finish! Goal! Barcelona! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Mbappe might just make this. Mateus, a player who needs no introduction. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point, and the score is 1-0. Szoboszlai chips it through, and he's found the way past. Shot a goal! They've done it! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Look at the manager here.
And it's half-time here. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Barcelona certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal.
Please
They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't
bulletin
leave the
from
door
the
open
regional
for the
police
opposition.
department.
Barcelona in control at half-time. 2-0. Here we go again then. Referee's given a throw. Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Just listen to that noise, this place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's away we go then. It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker.
Del Piero has given away a free kick. No second thought, a straight red card. Al Nassr already a man down in these early stages. That has left the boss thinking about what harm it has done to their chances.
Well, his thinking may have been about making his presence felt, but not the wisest of decisions.
And reclaimed it in a trice. Now, can they get him away? And that has been clubbed away. Guti going face-to-face with his great rival. Spread it left. Oh, they can break here. Looking for the run. Spread neatly. Oh, well played. Now, Franco Baresi, still to this day, the ultimate benchmark for anyone of a defensive mindset, Jim.
Well, I'd be hard-pressed to name anybody who got close when it comes to reading the game as well as him. He leads by example, always timing his challenges to perfection and knowing instinctively when to bring the ball out of defence. It's almost like having a defender and a playmaker combined.
There's the shot! It's in! The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, of course, it's great play to set him up, Peter, but you can't say the defence did themselves many favours then. They really should have picked him up sooner.
Al Nassr have penetrated for the first time.
Well, it's great commitment on show here. They'll be hoping now that they can stay focused and disciplined enough to hold on to this.
He's found a way through. It is a corner. Al Nassr with their first corner, the first in the game for either side actually. And it's been taken short. Griezmann. That'll be a throw. Caceres going full tilt down the left. Taken back almost at once. Now who's going to be first to this? That's a good ball. He's tried one! Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Raul looking to get on the end of this. And they've got rid. And he's quick to snatch it back. Mateus, very much a man of this moment.
It looks...
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Irwin aimed beyond the defence. Now then, the ball's come loose. Thinks about the shot. Forlan showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Soboslai is onto this. And we've reached half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. So your views on the first half?
Al Nasser have done well to this point. At times I find myself struggling to work out just who's down to 10. That's testament to how adaptable they've been. I think if they can keep playing like this, Peter, they might just hold out.
Al Nassr, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. And the action is back on the way. Al Nassr carrying a one-goal lead. Now it's Szoboszlai. That's an imaginative pass. And the shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Scholes is offering a wry smile there.
This their second corner of the game. Griezmann with the short one. Mateus with the cross. And out it comes again. And now a sudden chance to counter. David Villa. And they win it back again.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here.
Real chance! And yes, it's there! They have come roaring back.
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
David Villa receives it in a good position here. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Al Nassr really could have done without this. So having trailed, this to go ahead. The comeback is complete! A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
I just think the keeper committed himself too early.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch. Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
That's tidy.
Al Nassr really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Well, that looks a cracking ball. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
You know, it was a
Szoboszlai! And that could have brought them level.
Well, you'd really expect him to hit the target from there.
The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
And he's managed to get rid. And he's only too happy to take that back.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Has been indicated.
Now it's Griezmann. Pass is just off target. Danger averted for now. Serginho, who's set up. And time is up. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game.
And we come to you now with a quick...
What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Look, Peter, a strength in any team has to be at the heart of your defence, and I'm afraid they were found wanting in that department.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And we're underway.
There's a player below, Peter, that I admire on a professional and personal level, the one and only Raul.
He's just out on his own for consistency.
Indeed, and a terrific leader. Talent has to be backed up by hard work and tenacity, and he leads by example, hence the respect he commands.
Guti goes on a charge down the left. He's going for goal! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Beckenbauer really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
And we have our very first corner. Otto tries to clear. And now they can spring out of defence. A probing pass. Costa Curta can get it clear. It's a good run down the left-hand side. Rodri works it forward. And that pass just didn't quite work. That's good pressing, squeezing the play. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Tries to pass it through. Now that's well seen too. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Short changes him with that pass. Batistuta could try cutting inside here. Beckenbauer. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Beckenbauer.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Scholes. That's tidy. Well, a goal here would be the ultimate pick-me-up just before the break. Cleared without complication. And it's Scholes. Picked out brilliantly. Decent chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Well read, nice interception. And it's half-time here. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment.
And
So your views on the first half?
Well, at least the defence can look back on a job pretty well done so far, Peter. I think they've squeezed the play quite well and they've been relentless in their pressing. So the energy levels have looked good.
Well, after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change, perhaps, after half-time.
Substitution in progress.
And the second half gets underway.
San Antonio have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Dixon. And he was quick to react. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Dixon. Pedri. Kvaratskhelia. Mbappe. Dixon. Well, if you did take an extended half-time break, you'll be relieved to hear that you have missed nothing. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Raul. Madrid appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Looking for a runner.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace. Well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Mateus, and here's Del Piero. He's having a go! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Looking to go deep. And Dixon. Some good work on the right flank here. He saw the danger and he went crashing in.
Such good technique.
Mateus! That is a super hit, but it was always just off target.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
Raul. Coming on the field, number 13, Bellingham. Number 82,
Otto.
Ronaldinho.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
1 minute added time.
He just refused to budge, and he's got his way. Guti providing an outlet on that flank.
Well,
And that is as far as it goes. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours even and no complaints.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin. A very good evening to you all. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And we're underway. Well, 2014-15 certainly provided some terrific highlights for Lionel Messi's career showreel. Many claimed it was his best season ever. He did, of course, win the treble, and Jim, it doesn't get a whole lot better than that.
Well, one of the pinnacles of his club career, Peter.
And what stood out for you?
His performance against Madrid's other team was just stunning, especially when you look back that they played him 6 times the previous season and didn't win once. So he just took them apart with his usual ruthless efficiency.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Pedri. Griezmann. Now it's Del Piero. And this is Bergkamp. Guti.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Quarter of an hour played. Al Nassr are looking to go forward now. Looking to play him in. And he's in on goal. Oh, just goes for a shot! Goal! Celtic! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
Celtic have fired themselves in front.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Now it's Messi. It's a promising position, and the flag has stayed down. And he's managed to get free. That is great defending, so alert. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Bellingham. Getting on for a third of the way through the game. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Cherki. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And he's picked it up out wide. Forlan.
Celtic can certainly afford to see this half out now and reset during the break.
Griezmann looking to get on the end of this. He's picked his way through. Big chance, corner. Corner number 2 then. Griezmann goes short. And a chance! Oh, he hit that sweetly.
Nothing wrong with the idea, inches away.
Cherki is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. A mixture of good defending and indecisive passing. No progress.
There will be 1 minute at a
We
time.
are into stoppage time. Now it's Bergkamp. And that'll be the last act of the first half. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. How would you
Please be
review
made
the
aware
first
that
half?
smoking is
Okay,
only
they got hit
permitted
with
in
that one
designated
sucker
areas
punch,
within
but
these
I don't
grounds.
think there was much wrong with their overall approach. I think the boss needs to give his team a lift during the break, and they should still be quite buoyant.
Celtic are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. And we're underway again.
Celtic definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
And it's Griezmann. Now, can they get him away? Scholes kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Al Nassr clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
It's admirable, but ultimately...
Oh, what has happened here? He's got away. And it's made its way. Shoots! Sticks it away! They are right back in business.
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter.
Goal! Celtic! And they've got their lead back.
The goal scorer for Celtic after 60
Celtic
minutes.
take the lead.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Scholes. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Quality ball. Chucky! And he was there to get a vital touch.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Griezmann, well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Oh, well played, well played. And he can clear it away.
Al Nassr really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
Just 5 minutes remaining now. That's been cut out, well played. Bergkamp. Oh, this looks sharp.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. That's that, the end. Well, that was good. A terrific advertisement for attacking football. Both sides glad to trade blows, to set out always only to win. And it came down to one decisive moment. Del Piero picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Celtic demonstrating exactly how to play on hostile ground. They were forced to persevere and be
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. There's the whistle. Brazil have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker, of course, and protect their fullbacks, so they'll get few breathers. If these two don't make a good impression, there are quite good replacements on the bench.
Looking to play him in. That's gone all the way through to the keeper. Well, Fabio Cannavaro may not be a giant in physical terms, Jim, but his reputation, his presence are as imposing as they come.
Yeah, he's proof positive that being a top-class centre-half isn't all about physicality and height. You know, he's only 5'9", but he's imperious in the air. It just goes to show the importance of how he reads the game, the anticipation, the positioning.
Chooses to go cross-field. He's had it taken off him. Caceres.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, a delicate chip through. Rodri tries to clear. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less. Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Aimed beyond the defence. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And this is Batistuta. Ah, lovely feet.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Great vision. Oh, they can break here. Now it's Raul. Guti. Great ball. And PUBG Mobile! Oh, that is very close.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's away we go then. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, it's hard to ignore Bellingham, Peter, because he's been compared to so many past England greats. His versatility, the unpredictability, those late runs from deep that make him a great threat. Will he reach those heights? He certainly has all the potential.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Oh, that's fabulous. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That's an imaginative pass. That looks a good ball through. That's a real chance! Goal! Celtic! And Celtic are in front. Just gorgeous, the most glorious, delicious of touches. Followed up with an unerring finish.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now it's Guti. And here's Del Piero. Guti has it out wide and in space. Gets his head on it! Didn't quite get enough on that.
That's good play, plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
It's an inviting looking ball, that. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And he was quick to react. Bellingham. Can he get it through? Caceres got a long way forward to join the attack. And no, he's seen through all of that. Guti. Looking for the run. And this is Del Piero. He has found a way through. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Well, he's not the type that's short on self-belief, so that could rub off on his teammates now.
And this is Batistuta. Park Ji-sung.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
And it's Scholes. Ronaldinho. Bellingham.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
It's out for a goal kick. Goes forward. And this is Del Piero. Just eases him off the ball. And it's half-time here. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Messi! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Celtic with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Lovely bit of skill. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Del Piero. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Park Ji-sung. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. It's Ronaldinho! Oh, glorious! That is a special one! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
He has given that the lot. Bang!
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Up he goes! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
It's off target and by quite a way.
Yeah, that was a fantastic run, and it showed how brilliantly energetic he is.
And that's gone route one. And they're quick to get it back. Celtic upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it back as quickly as they can get it, and they're hunting in packs to do just that.
Good to watch.
It really is. It's rugged and robust, but it still needs plenty of intelligence and teamwork.
Can he get on the end of this? Now, can they get him away? And Messi! And somehow he managed to miss it.
Oh, looky, there's the urgency they need, and it nearly brought them a goal.
It's a pretty loose pass.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Celtic. Number 8, Bellingham. Coming on to replace him is number 82.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And he's there to get it away. Celtic appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape. Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
David Villa. Guti. And that is as far as it goes. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end. Not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours even and no complaints.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is... Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're up and running. Galatasaray have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Yeah, Peter, you can look at this formation 1 minute and think that it is 4-3-3, and the next time you check it'll be 4-5-1, and it's all to do with whether you've got the ball or not, and the wider attacking players being asked to apply defensive discipline too. When it does turn to a 5 across midfield, then the shape of this team takes on a much tidier, compact defensive look.
Corner, and we have our very first corner. Otto with the short one. And now a sudden chance to counter. Messi. And they're quick to press. Nicely weighted ball. Well read, nice interception.
Now here's a fine representative for the fullbacks union, Peter.
Massimo Otto?
Yeah, it's going to be vital if he imposes himself early, I think, on that flank. He's got great quality on deliveries, as we know, and they've always been a massive part of his game.
That's a nicely shaped ball. He's shifting through the gears here. David Villa stood his ground strongly.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Pedri will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Rodri. And it's DiMarco. That's a little off target.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Scholes showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Mbappe. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. David Villa picks it up out wide. And the finish! Now who's... Oh, it's fallen loose again! No, he got that all wrong.
Mbappe really reacted very quickly there, but couldn't quite find the finish he needed.
Pedri. Galatasaray trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Cáceres. He is just caressing the ball. David Villa! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, that always looked a little ambitious for me, but still, at least he had the confidence to take it on.
Del Piero. Camavinga. Nice looking ball. Adams can get it clear. And he's had a hit! Goal!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be...
There's the whistle for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent, but I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Barcelona leading 1-0 at the break.
Substitution for Galatasaray, number 21, Raul. Coming on the field is number
There's the start of the second half.
Rafinha.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Galatasaray are looking to break at pace. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
DiMarco looks to get on the end of this. It's a good run down the right. Now it's Villa. DiMarco with the clearance. Very nicely done. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's Del Piero. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Chance to deliver. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. It scores!
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Galatasaray appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Otto was in no mood for any of that. Oh, that pass isn't the best.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Your impression so far, Jim?
I think the manager's pondering his options as to whether to stick or twist Peter in view of the time remaining. He might have a tough call to make now.
And it's made its way to him.
Mbappe! They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Strokes it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
Looking to go deep. Barcelona claiming a corner, and the referee concurs. Barcelona have their second corner now. And it's been taken short. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Barcelona have their third corner. They've played it short. And that has been clubbed away. Otto, looking for a runner. Galatasaray are looking to go forward now. Rafinha, and that's another good win of the ball.
Barcelona can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Now it's Rafinha. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Barcelona have held on. They have doggedly, sometimes frantically, preserved the tightest of leads. Del Piero, voted man of the match, and deservedly so.
Request for support for our World
So, Jim, how do
Charity
you
Fund.
reflect on what we've seen?
And there's a lot more to read into this game than just the scoreline.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here. Well, here he is, Martin Caceres, an uncompromising, unrelenting defender, Jim.
Yeah, and that unbreakable spirit is what makes him so special, Peter. He just plays without fear, determined to win at all costs.
Every team needs one of him, doesn't it?
Well, if you want to be successful, it's essential.
And he can clear it away. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. There's the shot! There it is! That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter. But you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Number 5, Bellingham. Bellingham.
So, a breakthrough already. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, well measured. It's Bergkamp! No mistake! They're level in a trice!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
Paris Saint-Germain grab the equaliser and we're all square. Chance! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! And that was as close to certain as can be.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Number 13.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Vinicius Junior. Well, that pass isn't the best. Aimed beyond the defence. Knocks it into space. Rijkaard goes steaming forward. And it's Otto. Nicely weighted ball. No way through, so back it comes. Rijkaard. David Villa. And here's Messi. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Puyol gets good distance on it. And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, that's fabulous. Shot a goal! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Very nicely done. Oh, easy pickings there. And now they can spring out of defence. And here's Del Piero. The ball has bounced loose now. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Messi. Bellingham. Bellingham has a look up from the right hand. Oh, that's a foul in a dangerous area. And no surprise, that's a booking. Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half.
Well, great position for a cross this, Peter. Now to get good contact on it.
Now this could be a chance. And we've reached half-time. Paris Saint-Germain come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. So we reach the halfway point.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
Paris Saint-Germain are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here.
Substitution for Pumas, number 7, Ronaldinho. Coming on to replace him.
There's the start of the second half.
Number 18, Raul.
Searching pass he's played there. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Engages and forces him off the ball. Well, momentarily the situation was perilous, but his alertness has saved the day.
Some inspired work that. It's good.
He rises! Oh, should really have made more of that.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Threads one in. He's on it. Can he get away? Bergkamp unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Picked out brilliantly. Great chance! They've done it! And there we have it, the 2-goal cushion. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So the lead now is 2.
Well, everything is going to plan, Peter. A day for a regular managerial heartbeat, at least for one.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, I think the referee would have told him to rein it in or suffer the consequences.
Del Piero. Great vision. Chips it through. Now it's Szoboszlai. Big chance! What chance for a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are pulling clear here. And that really is so impressive.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment.
What a terrible pass. He's shifting through the gears here. Bergkamp! Oh, he's hit the bar. Oh, that's a fine interception. Looking for options for movement. Tries to play it through.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
That's a pretty loose pass. Oh, the ball's come loose here. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go.
There's no respite if you're being chased down like this.
No, he refuses to take the bait. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do...
And he shoots! Pedri, and it's Messi. He's found a way through. Now it's Villa. Vinicius Junior, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Cannavaro plays it all the way forward.
There will be 3 minutes at a
Strong
time.
challenge, that could leave a mark. Vinicius Junior. Shot, surely! And yes, it's there! It is no contest, it is a landslide. A momentary lapse, mercilessly. And that's that. Paris Saint-Germain have done it with iron, with pragmatism, the sort you expect from a team like this. Admirable, enjoyable, and look how they reacted to that initial setback.
Please make sure you
Bergkamp
watch the
voted
screen
man
for
of the match,
information
and
bulletin
deservedly
from the regional
so.
Police department.
How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem.